started off as a game of Dwarves against Black Orcs, but then something a bit weird happened, and I noticed something happened in the first half and the second half that means if it's not fixed, you can win every match in Blood Bowl 3 that you play. So, part of me wants the beta release to be the final AI, and the bit that likes competition is really small, so I don't give a shit. Hope you enjoy it. Hello, Blood Bowl bitches. Blood Bowl Grud here. So, this started off as a really nice little game. I thought I'd play Dwarves for the first time ever. You've got to lower your standards occasionally. And I would play against a Black Orc team. It's Blood Bowl 3. I thought, I know, we'll see what we can do with Dwarves. And it would serve me right if I got a bit of a pasting. So, what we did is we kicked the ball. It's a good start to any half. It's a quick snap. That's where we started from. And I thought what would be quite good is if we just started moving the Dwarves out of the way of the Blork team. That'd be good. It would mean that if we get the Dwarves on the edge of the pitch, then they could all be kicked out and murdered horribly. And the Blorks would be able to wallow in the blood of these slightly weird, bearded midgets. Midgets indeed. But it all started going a bit weird. So, here we go. There's a bit of pushing and a bit of shoving and the kind of dwarf stuff that you'd expect. So, you can see I'm moving my dwarves to the outside of the pitch. Here we go. Right. So they've got one goblin next to the ball. You're with me so far? They've had their turn too. It's my turn too. Well, once again, we'll push and we'll shove. We'll punch him in the teeth. Well, that's not fair. That was a foul. Referee, send him off. He shouldn't be able to hurt an orc, should he? But oh, he does. So we're on the outside of the pitch. Now, they've still got one goblin next to the ball. The dwarves are all on the edges of the pitch, or lying in a puddle of their own piss. That's right, so here we go. This must be the point in the game where they decide we're going to pick up the ball. No, they didn't bother that turn. So it's their turn 5. All the dwarves are on the floor. They've got 10 players in the middle of the pitch. They've got a goblin next to the ball. Right. Any moment now. Come on. You can do it. Right. No, they've decided they're just not going to do anything at all. Anything at all. So what I'm beginning to suspect is that the coach of the Orc team is a bit of a knob. That's right. He needs to pick up the ball. Now, the Dwarves are obviously all drunk. There we go. It's their turn 8. What are they going to do? Go on. Go on. You could do it. You can do it. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look, they are caging up in their own half on turn 8. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that the Black Orc coach is a bit... He chose Black Orcs, not pure Orcs, and that's probably where the problem started. Because, oh, look at me, I've got the new box set. Look at me, I've got all the little figures. What are we going to do? I'm going to play Blorks. And my best mate's going to play Nobility. That would be nice way to... Oh, yeah. Forget about the original Orcs. Right, anyway. I digress. Second half, the ball lands in my half. So, what are we actually going to do? That's right. We're going to leave it there. We're going to move to the outside of the pitch. All they've got to do is run down the middle pick up the ball and score. Greenskins will win. The Dwarves will be crying into their beers. What can possibly go wrong? Okay, we're on the outside of the pitch.
Very different from perfume, Bob.
Excuse me about that.
It's called
But this old voice thing can get a bit tickly occasionally. Just ask any orc. I don't have any halfling piss or elf blood, but apart from that, we're looking smart. Right, so let's get them little stunties. No, yeah, get your rulebook out. I know dwarves aren't stunties, but they're a bit short and deformed, aren't they? With the beards and the big noses and all that kind of stuff. Why do you think I wear a mask? No, I'm not a dwarf in disguise. Right, so all the orcs have to do is run down the middle of the pitch.
An interesting technique. I'm sure perfectly good.
Anything.
Service just as well.
Anything? No, they flattened a couple of the dwarves. Right. What is stopping them from running on the pitch and picking up the ball?
He's on it now, like a halfling.
Right. So they've knocked one of them out.
Player likes to be well assisted.
They've killed one. That's no great shame. A dead troll slayer is the kind of troll slayer that trolls really like. Right. Here we go. They're running up the middle of the pitch. Nothing can stop them now. I'm going to leave all of our dwarves on the deck or on the outside of the pitch. Right, come on.
That's it. Force him back and then
Anything. Anything at all. We've got the goblin. He's run down the pitch. And he is... He's running away from the ball. What are you doing? What are you doing? You can humiliate these dwarves. You're going to kick them all in. Right, maybe surrounding that last dwarf is what we need. Oh, right, now. The lads are caging up. We're in touching distance of the end zone. Nothing can possibly stop us now. Every dwarf is on the floor. I think, oh no, one's not. They're either on the floor or on the edge. Come on. 5-man cage round the ball. Just pick up the ball. Just. Right, so that's the last dwarf that's not standing in the way. Why don't we all run round and beat up a dwarf? Right, we've got one goblin next to the ball. Here we go. Where the hell are you going, you tosspot? Oh. Now, I'm beginning to think that what could be going on is that the coach of the Black Orc team, otherwise known as the AI, is a bit shite. Now, it is Blood Bowl, so yeah, I agree that blood is the priority, but I'm just thinking, why on earth is he not picking a ball up? Why is nobody picking a ball up? So, my advice at the moment is if you've got beta access, then don't pick up the ball. Your opponent won't, and you won't, and you can just kick 7 bells out of absolutely everybody on the pitch. There's that little Jim and Bob bit about why bother having a ball at all, and that does seem to be what's happening here. There's absolutely no ball-based action. No, stop it. No, I don't want to hear that. So, yes, there's no ball-based action at all going on here. They are now running up, back up the pitch. It's turn 15. Are they going to foul? No, they're not. Right. Just what is going on? Come on. Come on, pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. He's come in. He's going to pick it up in hand. And no, he missed the ball. They're caging up again. I mean, FFS. We all know what that means. Just dumbasses. Right. I think this is probably going to extra time. And when it does go to extra time, no mercy. Right, what's going on? Right, we're going to kick the ball to the opponents, and then we're going to run up the pitch and we're going to score. Because they're just going to avoid the ball. There we go.
Teams are on the edge. This kick is
Oh.
crucial.
Right, well, it's a high kick. At least he's not going to catch it, is he? Oh. Oh, all of a sudden he's remembered the re-rolls. Oh, bastards. Right, okay.
The attacker has an assist.
Well, they're not going to run down the pitch, are they? Because they are a bit stupid. So what we'll start doing is we'll start moving to the outskirts of the pitch again. Hopefully we'll get kicked out and blitzed and people will stomp on our entrails. If you've not seen the little animation bit, it's very multi-species, the good kicking that people pushed out of bounds get. It's beautiful. I think it's an orc, a human and a dwarf that kicks 7 bells of shit out of whoever's been pushed off the pitch. So it's kind of all of them coming together to beat the hell out of people with sticks, flags, feet and fists, which, what more do we want in these modern times than people agreeing that the Blood Bowl pitch deserves everybody to get 7 bells kicked out of them. That's what we like. Right, now they do appear to be running up the pitch now. So if all of this changes, if my massive plan about the AI has failed, well, it might prove me right. They've got the ball, but they're not going to bother scoring because they're just a bunch of green twats. Right, here we go. It's their turn.
Please, just be interesting.
Run back up the pitch.
What was your favourite moment as a Blood Bowl player, Bob?
Phew. Now that's just teasing me, isn't it? 1 square away, that is almost... I didn't count the spaces, but that's almost stalling. And we all know how we feel about stalling, don't we? It's absolutely fine if you're the one doing the stalling, but if somebody does it against you, you need to work out where they live, steal all the socks, and shit in their pant drawer. And their family's pant drawers. And their dog's pant drawers. And basically any pant drawers. Although I always put my back out, standing clutching the edge of our sort of chest of drawers, attempting to lay a cable into somebody's little pant. No. No. Oh, you little green shit. Ah. No. It's good to see the Greenskins win, but this proves old Gruddy wrong. It does look like the AI is a bit CACK, and if you don't touch the ball, you can spend your game battering people, but that does mean it relies on there not being a high kick. What can I do about going 1 goal down? What any self-respecting Blood Bowl player would do in this situation.
It's not easy to overcome.
I'm just going to leave the bloody game and quit and concede and cry. So there you have it. Gruddy knows best. The AI at the moment is a bit CACK. It has been mentioned they're working on it. But come on, pick up the bloody ball. Do us a favour. Although the fact that I've just started coaching snotlings means that I honestly don't mind if the AI is that rubbish. Like I said, traditional orc coach, you have a few scoops, you end up managing a Khemri team, you end up managing a snotling team. It's just not fair. You know, if the pea drinking boys lose every match this season, it won't be unexpected. So, hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to, I think you can like and subscribe, or leave a comment. What do you think of my hair? Beautiful, isn't it? And if I get enough likes and subscribes, I'll take all my clothes off. Not really. Nobody wants to see my crusty ass. See you next time. Bye.